everyone. I have been wanting to do a video and stuff keeps happening and I'm not able to do it. So I decided I'm just going to do it anyways. So sorry, there will be a hiccuping baby in the background who is falling asleep. But I really wanted to kind of expand on what I said about priorities and let you guys know how that's going for me. One of the things I'm working on is being an example of patience. God is so patient with us and all the things that we do to him. When we doubt him, when we question him, when we have an attitude with him, when we're angry at him. And one of the ways I've learned that I need to increase my patience is with my daughter. She is becoming a little three-nager and she's copying little attitudes and she's doing stuff like that, and I've noticed that my patience is just getting shorter and shorter in those situations. It's okay, I know you're sleepy. One of the things my daughter will do is when we ask her to do something, she will just freak out instantly and say that she can't. And I can be patient with that for about a minute, and then I lose it and I freak out too at her telling her not to freak out, and that's so counterproductive. Children are so observant, and she sees her mommy freaking out, so of course she's gonna freak out. I just want to be more patient with her, and we do the exact same thing to God. He asks us to do something and we come back with, I can't do it, and he is just so patient with us. And part of getting my priorities correct, I just want to be more Christ-like. And I know you're so tired. Be an example of Christ to my daughter and an example of good patience. So I was trying to think of how I could do that and what things I needed to change in order to be able to provide that for her and provide that example for her. One of the things is just to be courteous to her, to understand that pretty much everything's new to her. She's still a little one, and I can't just expect her to accept things, especially now that she's getting a mind of her own. She is going to question things. She's going to want to do things her own way, and I need to have understanding that that's just how it's going to be, and I need to give her time before I expect her to just accept things and just not just say, well, that's just the way it is, but allow her to explore things. I also just want to, in general, just have a peaceful spirit, and that's something I've really been praying for, because if I have a peaceful spirit, then she's going to see that, and she's going to grow from that, and she's going to start developing that in herself, because children really are so just very connected to their parents and their emotions, and really do look and really are very good observers of what is really going on, regardless of what you say. So you really have to watch what you do too, which I'm not very good at. But as I was thinking about these things, I was realizing I need to do the same thing for my husband. I need to have a lot more patience with him. A lot of times I just expect things to be a certain way, or I expect him to do a certain thing, and that's not always going to be the case. One, he's not a mind reader, and two, he's a different person than me. He does things differently. And that can help me with my priority of putting him on my list, on second on my list as well, and just putting him above myself and putting him above anything else other than God, and giving him that space and giving him that understanding and being patient with him and letting him do things his way, which is going to be a little difficult because we are very different. The basic of this, and it's going to sound very cliche, but I feel like I really need to remember the golden rule, treat others the way that I want to be treated. And I know that term or that phrase has gotten really cliche, but just because it's used a lot, that doesn't mean it loses its value. It is a very important thing to live by is, with my daughter, how do I want her to treat me? I want her to respect me, so I need to respect her. Same thing with my husband. I want him to love and respect me, so I need to be willing to show that to him, because people are very responsive, but somebody has to be the first, and good things will get responded to in a good way. Yeah. And bad things will get responded to in a bad way. Yeah, they will. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know how I was going with my priorities. And if you have any comments or questions, or just want to share your story, or share if you're working on your priorities or what you feel like God has spoken to you, please feel free to share it in the comments. I would love to read it. I would love to read how God is working in your life, or if these videos are impacting anybody at all. But that's it. That's all I had to say. So I will talk to everybody later, and hopefully you didn't mind the super cute hiccuping baby. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.